these folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the Divisional Round of the NFL playoffs. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Mills on first down. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only two rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action. Mills. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Terrace Marshall, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, Rodgers. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. To throw, Mills. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
First and 10, Taylor now. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, now Rodgers. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he gets the first down yardage. He's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Escaping the pressure right. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Mills. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Rodgers' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And the Broncos are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think
it got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Play action now. Mills. Buying time to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers looking deep for Hilton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Colts 1st down.
On 1st down, Taylor. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Rodgers now to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? but I don't think that's really true to you, because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
That's good for a Colts. First down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To the right side, this is Taylor. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 34 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, Mills. And that is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. 4th down, Mills. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers on the right side. It's Hilton with a catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This is caught by Hilton. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Complete to Hilton. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go right back to Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Sean Davis that time on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking downfield for Kelsey. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped inside his own 10. And the penalty marker likely going against him as well. What a mess. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Mills throw here into the hands of Jones. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And some space here. There he goes left side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Colts on one play have taken the lead. Blankenship out for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Colts 28, Broncos 21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Off the play fake, Mills. That's out to the flat for Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Number 25
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Mills from the gun on third down. For Marshall, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon there to make the grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it will tie our game here in the third. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
The 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. Out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up.
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, another run with Taylor. And past the 30, down to about the 27. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 131 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First down and 10 yards to go.
On first down, Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Rodgers with a keeper, and he'll get it. He's over for a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get to... And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down, another run with Taylor. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
On third down, here's Taylor. So he fought off the tackle, and then gets to the first before he's brought down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
But only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now in this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mills. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Terrace Marshall saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. 70 seconds remain. This will be an onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On 1st down, Taylor. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under 1 minute to go now in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and it's incomplete. Rodgers has done it before, but he won't get the connection here, and the ball game is over. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game.